right. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Nigel Chambers from Big Gold Belt Media. Gentlemen, John and Donald, it is a pleasure to talk to you about the new series, Extended Family on NBC, which new episodes are airing Tuesday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the next day on Peacock. I'm in the presence of greatness. Two legends who really, your resumes is is beyond fascinating to the point that I can't even believe this is the first project you two have ever worked on together, which is great.
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy because I've been a fan. Obviously, the first that I knew of him was Clueless, and
Yeah.
obviously Scrubs was just an amazing piece of work. By the way, that holds up. I don't know if you have watched it recently, but it's a really
Clueless?
beautiful. And actually, I've asked people over the years, what TV show really nailed the job that's portrayed in the show. Like
Mm,
for doctors, you ask them what show really nailed it. Really, really, it's not ER.
No,
It's
it's not.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
And so I was a fan of Donald's, and we had I think we like did we meet at some
We
point?
met at like an award show, and I freaking
Yes.
gushed about how much of a fan I was over you. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but this dude right here was my persona in high school. Like I freaking him and Kadeem Hardison, I matched Dwayne Wayne and Ducky together. You know what I mean? Real talk, like real talk, like I was a singer and dancer, right? Growing up and stuff like that. I played a little bit of sports, but people talk about you when you sing and dance. And there was something about Ducky that is was really dope. You know what I mean? He was picked on, he was made fun of, and all of this stuff, and he still persevered through all of it because he was misunderstood. He was
yeah,
different from everybody else, and you know what I
yeah.
mean. And so I really gravitated toward that character. And I used that character as my persona in high school.
That's so dope. That's so dope. Yeah, I was definitely baffled. I was like, I cannot believe this is the first time they've ever worked with each other. And it's glad to know that you both had ambitions in making this happen. That's why Extended Family is just a bomb show.
Uh,
Episode 7 drops this Tuesday. I did get a chance to check that out. It's completely hilarious. I at this rate now, John, I just don't think that I think you need to actually go full tilt into the cosplay community. I think it's I think it should be a secondary passion for you, my guy. uh,
I used to because I love comic book art, and so I
right.
used to like buy comic book art from the artists that I loved from the 60s and 70s and actually Jack Kirby was my favorite comic book artist, and so I used to go to Comic Con, and when I was on Two and a Half Men, there was fans at Comic Con, but I realized at some point I'm going to have to start doing like I was going to do bad Stormtrooper. I was going to be like just lame Stormtrooper so that people didn't even want to take pictures with me. That was the thing, like, with like a cheesy plastic,
Yeah.
mask
just
and like a nasty, store bought Stormtrooper outfit because, Comic Con got so insane that I couldn't walk through and see the comic art that I always wanted to see.
Yeah,
you know
now
what I
you're always
noticed?
going to be synonymous as Lex Luthor now. So,
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. He's got to be at
yes,
Comic-Con anyway.
yeah.
For that reason alone, he's gonna be there every, you know what I mean?
and
Like,
yourself as Booster Gold. Don't let that slide
Yes.
well,
either.
but no, I had like one day as Booster Gold. The student, and then the Arrowverse ended. Like I had a day. The day I became Booster Gold is the day the Arrowverse ended.
Just
John got to play
collapsing.
Lex Luthor for at least 2 seasons. You know what I
Did
mean?
multiple shows too. Hey, the fans,
Yeah,
we're still alive, so that's what it matters, and that's why
that's what
Comic
matters.
Con still
Mhm.
exists. You know.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's up. I
I'm
keep trying
hoping
to tell.
actually. Would love to do even just like a joke appearance. Why is it doing
Every
balloons?
time
Just
you
because
do
I'm
a
busting my
gesture, it
fingers.
pops up.
I don't know.
Like you
I mean,
got
I knew
balloons,
this. This one,
thumbs up.
it'll come up.
There
Here
it
we
is.
go.
There it is.
I don't know what the point of that is. Because you just did the thumbs. Why does the machine need to do it again?
It's just to remind everybody that you're thinking
Buddy,
about
that you
thumbs
just
up.
did the thumbs up. I don't know. At any rate, my point being, like Superman and Lois is the last offshoot of the Arrowverse that is still alive. And I was like, I got to do but a very subtle Lex Luthor appearance because they've got their own Lex Luthor on that show.
Right.
But if I was like his valet at some point in this universe or something,
Right.
you know, just some in joke that they can have. I'd love to make some appearance on the last bit of the Arrowverse.
I mean,
I want
go
to pitch
ahead.
a movie, man, like not a real, like a TV movie where they wrap it up finally, because they didn't wrap anything up. Everything is up in the air right now. So the legends are in jail. They need to be freed. You know what I mean? Supergirl,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to everybody on Supergirl. They just ended the series. That was the end of the series.
We're not having
she came out as Supergirl, basically. She Kara admitted she was Supergirl.
So she did
that was the end of Supergirl,
Iron Man
but I don't know how
situation.
the Flash ended. I didn't see the end.
I
of
didn't see the Flash ending either. I didn't see that either. And we know that, and there's all of this stuff that happened with the Arrowverse after Oliver dies. So I'm just saying, we should just make a movie. We should talk to Berlanti and team, Sarah Schechter and team. Maybe you can talk to James Gunn. Okay, well,
I was pitching a Legion of Doom series, and I was like, come on, that's the big final battle with the Legion of Doom.
That sounds dope, man. We got almost everybody in the Justice League is around now too.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, I'm gonna give you two questions for extended family real quick. The first one's got to be the most easiest question: is can this family dynamic truly ever work? And the secondary question to this, to wrap up the interview, is that we've already gotten some cameos and some surprises. We got a few more episodes to go in this 13-episode season. Is there anybody else that you all may be able to hint at? I mean, we're talking to Boston Celtics. You are in Boston. Are we getting to Brady? Are we getting anybody from the Celtics? Is there any other legends from the city of Boston that may show up in that?
You will see a legend from the city of Boston on the show. Yes,
there will be one.
Say that. We will say that.
Yes,
I do believe that this show I do believe that the format of this show works.
Yes, and by the way, the show Extended Family is based on a real situation. The owner of the Boston Celtics and his wife share an apartment with her ex-husband because they never wanted the kids to have to go back and forth between them. And the kids are actually heading off to college now, so I imagine that situation will end unless they just like each other so much
and that they just hang out,
want to share.
They just decide we're going to keep the apartment.
But now they're co-producers on a TV show together, so they got to remain on good terms. But these kind of things can happen. My parents are on, even though they're divorced, they're on very good terms. My mother and my stepmother are very close friends.
Yeah.
My half brothers and sisters are very close with my mother. There's no rules to these things, and you really can make your own situation.
Yeah. It's entertaining. I'm definitely enjoying it, and I feel like Jim still may have some feelings towards Julia. There's a front of being cordial, but
I think so too.
It's complicated.
I think it's very complicated. I don't think he wants to live with Julia anymore. But I definitely feel like he has there's definitely the still I love yous in him. He still has the I love yous.
Yeah. And that's and that's what they got to work through, and that's what the show is. They're letting us, obviously it's comedy and it's fun, and and we're gonna make every mistake in the book. But there's a real core there. And I Abigail Spencer, who's on our show, she's just a star. She's just remarkable.
Yeah.
So we feel like there's a lot of future to it.
I am looking forward to it. And I know I was going to have so much fun with this interview, and I'm not getting in trouble with the PR team because we need to wrap here. But folks can check out NBC's Extended Family. New episodes Tuesday on NBC, 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next day on Peacock. Thank you, gentlemen, for so much for your time. And since we're pitching for folks to get back to work, please make a remake of Hot Shots. I'm leaving it on that, and I am out.
I would